Chicago Sky fans, y'all need to be very, very careful in this moment. You need to be very, very careful. It looks like Angel Reese wants out, y'all. Angel Reese seems to be looking for a way out of the dumpster fire that is the Chicago Sky. And I gotta be honest with you, I don't blame her.
The Chicago Sky are in complete freefall, and first-year head coach Tyler Marsh, brought in to deliver championship pedigree from Las Vegas, has finally hit his breaking point.
A lot of people are, calling out Angel Reese right now, and I think we are in a world where, when it comes to Angel Reese, everything is under a microscope, and I think there are a lot of people that want to look at everything as a negative when it comes to her. Just like at the same time, it's the same thing with all these players. Like, everything stars do is going to be under a microscope. So, for me anyway, this isn't the most serious thing in the world, but a lot of people were pointing out that Angel Reese did not show up to game break.
With his team stuck at a dismal 8-23 record, one of the worst in franchise history, and rumors swirling that franchise star Angel Reese has effectively checked out for the season, Marsh unleashed a blistering critique, not only of his players' effort but of the toxic culture that has corroded this once proud organization from within.
On Angel Reese that I'm sure will trigger a bunch of people.
Let's hear your take.
But I think Angel Reese, and I'm saying this with my chest out, I think she's quit.
Man, as much as I want to disagree with Jason, man, but I gotta admit, I think you're right. And I want to disagree with him so.
Tyler Marsh thought he was stepping into a promising rebuild. Fresh off back-to-back championships with the Las Vegas Aces in 2022 and 2023, the 36-year-old coach signed a multi-year deal convinced he could mold young stars like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso into the foundation of something special in Chicago. Instead, he inherited a roster-building disaster, a locker room culture tainted by the previous regime, and a franchise player who, by all appearances, lacks the grit to handle adversity.
What's up with Angel Reese, man? There's a pattern with this whole injury thing. Okay, first of all, she has a back injury, and she's been gone for quite some time. But the report says is day to day. It's been more than a week. Okay, day to day is literally day to day. So, okay, sometimes it feels good, sometimes it's a little worse. Okay, let's just monitor it. But it should be good enough to play at any moment. That's what day to day is.
The breaking point came in Marsh's post-game press conference after yet another humiliating defeat, a 38-point drubbing at the hands of the Seattle Storm. When asked about his team's glaring lack of effort and discipline, especially amid growing speculation over Reese's mysterious back injury and her absence from team activities, Marsh finally snapped, delivering a raw, unfiltered truth that sliced through the usual organizational spin like a hot knife through butter.
Three of our starters are out, and so yes, it's got something to do with that. But like I spoke last game, it's your will and ability to compete. It's something that you always have the ability to do, no matter who's on the roster, no matter who's suiting up. I think that we showed that today. I was very proud, very, very proud of our effort today. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We had 8 players going into it. One we just signed 7 days ago. So it's tough to get everyone up to speed at the same time. But we came into today with the message of commit and compete. That's been our motto all year.
We've got to be better across the board, Marsh said, his voice heavy with the frustration of a man watching his professional reputation unravel in real time. We need to be more locked in, more focused, execute the game plan far better. At the end of the day, there has to be a will to win. And right now, we just don't have that on a consistent basis.
20 turnovers and giving up 25 points off these turnovers.
Yeah, it's never an excuse. The proof is in the details of what's been the difference in our wins and losses, and a lot of it turns into the ability to take care of the ball. And so it's never an excuse. Teams bring pressure. You got to handle the pressure. And so but our locker room is full of professional basketball players. So they understand the importance of it. It's just a matter of doing it.
If you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe. The elephant in the room, of course, is Angel Reese, the player meant to be the cornerstone of the Chicago Sky. She's been conspicuously absent since July 29th, officially sidelined with a back injury that comes with no clear timeline, no specific cause, and a suspiciously convenient arrival. But it's not just games she's missed. Reese has skipped team activities altogether, even opting not to travel for critical matchups like the recent showdown against the Indiana Fever. Marsh's comments on the situation revealed the frustration of a coach bound by diplomacy. "She wants to be out there. She's a competitor. She's a fighter. She's a winner," he said, using the kind of carefully measured language coaches deploy when they can't publicly criticize their franchise player. "It's hard for her not to be there for her teammates, but we want her to be as healthy as possible when she's ready to come back."
We're gonna be honest. We've seen everybody else that's injured. We've seen their injury. And we have also had updates and heard stuff about their injury. We've seen Caitlyn injury. We've seen Nafisa injury. We've seen Brianna Stewart injury. We've seen Ryan Howard injury. We've seen Jordan Canada injury. We've seen Kate Martin like last night get injured. Like, we've seen a lot of these injuries. We've seen Erin McDonald. We've seen Sydney Colson. We've seen and we've gotten updates. We didn't see Angel injury. We haven't heard no update to anything.
Translation: Angel Reese is healthy enough to post on social media and make public appearances, but apparently not healthy enough to stand with her teammates during the toughest stretch of their season. This is the same player who, as the Sky were hemorrhaging games, cryptically posted, "in due time," on social media. The same player reportedly at the center of locker room drama that played a role in Kennedy Carter's departure. The most damning evidence of her lack of commitment? While her teammates have been grinding through an 8-game losing streak that erased any hope of playoff contention, Reese has been nowhere near the bench, choosing instead to rehab in isolation. And let's not forget, her last game was July 29th against Washington, where she logged 32 minutes. Whatever back issue she's dealing with clearly isn't severe enough to stop her from playing when she wants to. It's a pattern. Last year, it was a wrist problem. This year, a back problem.
Making her money and stat padding, but she can't handle losing. I should have known. It's the same pattern with her. Last year she had a wrist problem. This year she got a back problem. Next year what it's gonna be? Lord knows what it's gonna be. But all her 5 million followers that badly voted for her to be on the WNBA All-Star team, please don't try to convince us that quitting is the way to go, cause it is not. Quitting is unacceptable. She quit on Unrivaled because her team was losing. She quit on Maryland. You hear me? And I'm pretty sure she would have quit on LSU if they wasn't stacked.
Next year. Who knows? But spare us the narrative that this is about protecting her health, especially when her 5 million followers voted her into the WNBA All-Star game under the belief she'd be a leader, not a ghost. Quitting isn't leadership, and it isn't acceptable. She quit on Unrivaled when the team was losing. She quit on Maryland. And if LSU hadn't been stacked, odds are she would have quit there too. Perhaps the most telling part of all this is how it ties back to the Kennedy Carter saga that erupted in the offseason, a situation that laid bare just how fractured this locker room truly is. In 2024, Kennedy Carter led the Sky in scoring with 17.5 points per game, yet was unceremoniously released following reports of locker room drama and behavioral issues. The twist: Carter's cryptic social media jab after her exit, referencing her ability to consistently make layups, was widely read as a shot at Angel Reese, who managed just 42.4% on layup attempts last season, one of the worst marks in the WNBA. Carter's departure was supposed to fix the culture. Instead, it exposed the truth. She wasn't the problem, she was the symptom. The real issue was a franchise player who seemed to feel threatened by a teammate's success and, by all accounts, played a role in forcing out the team's most productive offensive weapon. Now, without Carter's scoring punch and with Reese mysteriously sidelined, the Sky have dropped 10 of their last 11 games, averaging under 70 points per contest. The irony is thick. Carter, branded a locker room cancer, is thriving in free agency while openly mocking the team that cut her loose. Meanwhile, Reese, the supposed cornerstone, has effectively abandoned her teammates in their time of need. Let's call it what it is. Angel Reese is the problem. The Chicago Sky will never win a championship with their offense running through her. I don't care if they add Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, or even Aya Wilson. Her style of play has already proven it doesn't work.
To be real, the management has been terrible. Jeff P, horrible. Tyler Marsh has been bad, but like I said, he doesn't have much talent on the team, so we don't know if he can actually coach or not. Now, why is people saying, is Angel Reese trying to force her way out of Chicago? Is she done with this organization already in just her second year? And it is a great question. I don't know if man, I think you got to move somebody. Cardoso, you have to get a influx of talent.
They've changed coaches, swapped out players, and even traded away draft picks. 2 years in, the result isn't improvement, it's regression. And that's what makes Tyler Marsh's situation so maddening. He's being set up to fail by forces far beyond his control, starting with a deeply flawed roster construction overseen by General Manager Jeff Pagliacca has been a disaster. The Sky lost Courtney Vandersloot to a season-ending ACL injury early in the year, traded away veteran leadership, and surrounded their young core with aging vets who can't contribute at a championship level. Marsh inherited a roster with atrocious spacing, a death sentence in today's WNBA, and guards posting career-low three-point percentages thanks to an offensive system that fails to generate quality looks. Defensively, the unit that was supposed to be anchored by Reese's rebounding and Cardoso's rim protection has been the league's worst, surrendering 89.5 points per game and allowing opponents to shoot 46.9% from the field. "It's not about losing, it's the way we're losing," Marsh said, offering perhaps the most brutally honest assessment of his tenure yet, the team's problems. "And we know better. We know we can't help off the strong side corner. We know we can't go under on shooters. That's been my message. Stay disciplined, do things the right way, because that's the only way we're going to improve," Marsh explained. The problem is, discipline requires buy-in from your best players. And when your franchise star is at home posting cryptic social media messages instead of standing with her teammates, that buy-in becomes impossible. Let's be real. Management has been a disaster. Jeff Pagliacca has been terrible. Tyler Marsh hasn't been great either, but given the lack of talent he's been handed, it's impossible to know if he can actually coach at a high level. And now the whispers are growing. Is Angel Reese trying to force her way out of Chicago? Has she already checked out in just her second year? If that's the case, then changes are unavoidable. Whether it's moving Camila Cardoso or someone else, the Sky need an infusion of real talent. Meanwhile, Pagliacca, the architect of this mess, has been noticeably silent as his master plan collapses. This is the same GM who publicly promised big things for the season, then let Kennedy Carter walk, ignored glaring spacing issues, and built a roster devoid of both veteran leadership and young contributors ready to impact now. The most damning part? The Sky are paying players like Kia Nurse, Rachel Banham, and Rebecca Allen significant salaries to eat up minutes that could be going to younger talent with a future in the league. As one analyst bluntly put it, these are players 1 or 2 years away from being out of the league. And to top it off, Chicago doesn't even own its 2026 first-round pick. It belongs to the Minnesota Lynx. That means this historically bad season won't even yield a high draft selection to aid a rebuild. It's organizational malpractice of the highest order. Now, you've even got Jeff P. throwing Angel Reese under the bus, reportedly telling people he's had enough of missed layups. Oh my God, Jeff P., when you start acting like this, you know the situation in Chicago isn't just bad. It's spiraling completely out of control.